Hey guys, here's everything that I crocheted in July. I've got some market bestsellers that I had to restock and also some new designs that I was trying out. So for July, my goal was 65 things. So I wanted to finish 65 items, and last month I only finished 2. So I really wanted to make quite a bit this month. So go ahead and go into the comments and guess how many things you think I made this month. And I'll go ahead and get into what I made. So I made a lot of axolotls this month. That is one thing that I was restocking because those always sell really well for me at markets. So I made 9 of them this month, and I made a lot of different colored ones. I made some blue ones, some pink, some purple, and I think I made one that was pink and purple. And the item that I made the most of this month are the small cats. Those have still been selling pretty well for me, so I did make a lot of those to restock. So I made lots of different colors. I made a rainbow one that is tan and white variegated, one that is white with tan spots. I made 2 black ones. One of them is with a velvet yarn. I also made a blue speckled one and a rainbow one with embroidered eyes. And I actually made 2 gray ones this month, and then I made one with this new color that I got that has white, gray, and pink in it. And I made 6 pickles in July. So I had a Pickle Mania event that I did with some of my friends. So I didn't really have a booth. I just put some of my pickles out at my friend's booth. But I was surprised I actually sold, I think, all of them that I took there. So I needed to restock. I made 3 pickle keychains, and with those ones I used the Posh yarn. And then I made one with a light green that is Premier Basic Chenille, and then I made 2 with a variegated green from Bernat Blanket. And this green one is the Mystical line. Next, I made some mini Octos, and I believe I made 6 of these this month. So most of these, if not all of them, I used Sweet Snuggles Light because I realized I was running out of mini Octos, and I pretty much only use Sweet Snuggles Light for those, just kind of using up the yarn that I already have from those. So I made a blue one, a pastel purple, a purple floral one. It has like yellow specks in it. And then a pink speckled one, a blue speckled one, and a green speckled one. And I made 2 Octos this month. Both of them were made with Premier Basic Chenille, and one was hot pink, and then the other one was one of their new variegated colors. I don't remember the name of it, but it's got pink and 2 shades of purple in it. And then I made a new item. I was trying out a new pattern, and this is for a little possum. So I ended up making 3 of them because I did enjoy the pattern, and I know that possums sell really well for me. I usually don't make them just because of all the parts. Like, you have all the different color changes and the ears and the feet and the tail. But I altered the pattern a little bit to where I could surface crochet the ears on it, and so that made it more enjoyable for me. The next thing I made were mini mallard ducks. So in June I started making the mini roosters, and after those did so well I wanted to try a different bird. So I made some mini mallards, and I just used my mini chick pattern and just altered to do color changes in it, and I think it turned out pretty cute. So I made 3 of those, and one of them I embroidered the eyes. I made 2 whale keychains. They are both kind of a light blue. I think they are both Bernat Blanket. I ran out of these keychains before my last market, and so I wanted to make sure to make some for my next one. And I made 1 mini chick this month. And then I made 1 bookmark. This is a pattern that I came up with. I have not released a pattern for it or anything, but I made it for the class that I was teaching. I wanted something very simple where you just learned a couple of stitches instead of having to learn a bunch of them. So during the class I ended up making one, so as I was showing them and going along with it, so I did make 1 this month. And then I made 1 large loaf cat this month. This one is a tan and black variegated one. It is the Burnout Blanket Mystical yarn. And I used white eyes on this one. I think this is my first time to try the white pupil eyes, and I think they're actually really cute. Now, I haven't sold this one yet, so I'm not sure how popular it will be, but I think it's really cute, and I like that the eyes really stand out, because a lot of times on black or gray plushies, you can't really see the eyes that much if you just use regular safety eyes or black eyes. And believe it or not, I made one Christmas item this month. I was actually doing a sale with my plushies in the store where I was doing a Christmas in July sale. So I was looking at some Christmas patterns. I mostly just put the stock that I already had from last year, but then I made this one new item. And it's a little frog with a Santa hat on, and I just think it's adorable. I think it is super, super cute. So I will probably make some more of these for winter time. And then I ended up making 5 more bookmarks, but these are different from the last one. So this is a pattern that I found on Ribblr for free, and it is a dragon bookmark. So I have a friend that is an author, and she writes some fantasy novels, so I thought it would be perfect for her birthday. So I made her one for her birthday, and then she loved it, and she said that if I made more, she would try to sell them with some of her books. So I went ahead and made a few more of those. So I did a few different colors. I made 2 red ones, and I'm not sure if I got a picture of either of the red ones. And then I did I think a gray one, a green one, and a purple one. And I did a pattern test this month also, and this was for a top. And if you guys know me, you know I do not crochet clothes often. I usually just stick to plushies or smaller items. But when I saw this pattern, I thought it was super cute and I really wanted to make it. So I did test this pattern, and I originally was going to make it with long sleeves, but I realized that the other white yarn that I had was not the same dye lot, and it looked like very off-white compared to this one. So I ended up just doing short sleeves, and I had enough yarn to do that. I also was kind of planning on making it cropped, and then as I went, it ended up not being cropped, just because it was my first time making it and I wasn't sure exactly how long I wanted it to be. So it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but I do think it looks pretty cool, and I do like the pattern. And I did forget to mention that if you want to check out any of these patterns, they are all linked below in the order that I talk about them, and that is how I do them in all of my videos. Sometimes I just forget to let you guys know. Another item that I made quite a bit of is my popping mushrooms, and I made 7 of those. I needed to restock some of these, so I made lots of different colors. I made one that is light blue, one that is burgundy, one that's red, and one that is a purple variegated, one that is a rainbow variegated, one that is a green variegated, and then a solid green one, and then a rainbow one. And I made one Triceratops this month, and this is a green variegated one, and I embroidered the eyes on it. The next item is a penguin, and I didn't technically make the whole thing this month. I already had the body sitting around for a long time, honestly since like winter probably, and the only reason that I hadn't finished it is because I forgot to put eyes in it, and then I stuffed it and closed it. So I was thinking I was going to wait and glue some felt eyes on it, but I decided to just embroider them, and I didn't want to do just black eyes because I thought it wouldn't like show up as well, and it might kind of blend into the black of his body. So I tried to embroider them with gray, but it didn't show up that much. So then I went back with black around the edges, and I think it helped it a little bit. I don't love it, but I think it will do. The next thing I made was a turtle. This is the same as the other one. I actually made it a while ago, and I just never got around to doing the eyes until now. I honestly thought that I didn't like this turtle, and so I didn't really want to finish it. And then once I put the eyes on there, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Why didn't I finish this sooner? So I actually really like how this one turned out. And this one I used Parfait Chunky. And then I made 2 medium loaf cats this month. So one is with the brown speckled yarn. This is the frosting yarn from Bernat Blanket. And the eyes on this one ended up kind of crooked, so I don't love it. I wish that the eyes would have been straighter, but sometimes it just ends up that way where it's like if you put it in one stitch above, it's too high, and if you put it in one stitch below, it's too low. And so that kind of happened. I kind of just had to choose one. And then the next one is a tan and gray variegated loaf cat, and this one I went ahead and tried brown eyes. I don't think I've ever used the brown eyes before, and I think it's okay. I don't love it. It's not my favorite, but I think it's okay. And then I made 1 corn this month. So this one is a green variegated husk and just the regular yellow for the corn. And then after I was making my mini roosters and those were very popular, I decided to try to make a bigger rooster. So I used my regular chick pattern and just changed the color and freehanded the comb. I think that the pattern actually comes with it comes with a mod for the rooster, but I just went ahead and just did it how I wanted to. But I think it turned out pretty cute. And then I made 2 sitting dinos this month. I decided that I do like the new ones better. So I don't remember how many videos ago it was, probably a few, but I was talking about how I tested this new dinosaur pattern and I couldn't decide if I liked the old ones better or the new ones. So I decided that I do like these ones, so I made some more of these. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to stop making the old ones or just make both kinds of them. So we'll just kind of see which ones sell better for me. But anyways, I made 1 blue and 1 green, and I embroidered the eyes on both of them. And then the last thing that I made in July was a little mushroom. This is one also that I made a long time ago and just needed to embroider the eyes on it. So I went ahead and did that, and this was the same as the turtle. I didn't think I liked it. I did not think it was cute, so I didn't want to finish it. And then once I finished it, I fell in love with it. So this one, I don't think you can tell in the picture, but I put a keychain on it. So this one is a keychain, and I honestly think this one will probably sell like at the first market that I put it out at, but we will see. Sometimes people don't really look at the keychains very much. Like, I don't know if it's how I display them or where I put them, but they don't always get a lot of attention. So we will see. And so that is everything that I crocheted in July. Now, if you haven't guessed how many things I made, pause the video and go guess right now because I'm about to tell you the total. So my goal was 65 items and I completed 69 items this month. So I am very happy with that. I got a few more than my goal, so super happy about that. And moving into August, my goal is 45, but I'm not super strict on that because I am going to be very busy this month. And so I decided I am not going to have my goal quite as high as I normally would, just because I know I'm going to be busy a lot and not have a ton of time to crochet. So we will see how much I will get done next month. So if you want to see that one, make sure that you are subscribed and you turn the bell notifications on. And if you enjoyed the video, please go leave a heart in the comments so I know who watched all the way until the end. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.